Well, the day's upon us. Got the welder, got the camera, got my gear on. As you can tell, we're in the garage and I'm currently sat in the engine bay of the 106. There's the plate that I've shaped to go in there. Tidied up all the metal work round here. Load of surface rust and what have you ground back, treated and sorted out. Same over this side. Got the patch panel in there. Can't really get to all this in here very easily, so I'll just cross that bridge when I get to it. Things all taped up, and then this bit here is the cross member for the steering column. That's one of them, and then there's this one over this side as well. Got this bit across here where we're going to do some stitch welding. As you can see, all the stitches marked up, and then the same down here. Across here, we're going to do some stitch welding down this bottom section as well. So it's going to be, excuse the crudeness of the camera and what have you, there'll be some stitch welding to do and then these panels to go in. So first things first, I'm going to start with some easy stuff. Try and get the stitch welding sorted across these two panel joins at the top of at the back of the engine bay on the firewall. We'll get them done, see how we get on. Got the Röhr MIG-200MI sat ready to go. That's pretty much it. There's not really much more to say other than fingers crossed this goes well, and I'm going to try sort of chopping and splicing loads of bits of footage and try and get different angles and show you some of the welds as I'm going along. Fingers crossed I don't make a mess of it and it all looks good. And then once that's all done, we can get some primer on it and hopefully start to get some paint on soon, ready for, fingers crossed, lockdown finishing and an engine getting picked up. Hopefully the engine builder's cracking on nicely. laid them first set of stitch welds. Mixed emotions about them. Some of them sounded alright and went down alright, and then had a couple where I blew holes through, so I had to just patch them up. It's not pretty, but it's solid, and I'm sure the angle grinder will make them look a bit neater. So here they are. Anyway, the old Röhr MIG-200MI did alright there. Got the settings on there, so wire speed just over 3, voltage at 4. You'll see I did tweak about with them a little bit, and I don't think it really made much difference. Definitely need more practice. So anyway, here they are. So started off alright, went a bit wonky donkey there. That one picked up again okay. It's not too bad. That one's not so bad. That one I got a bit of weld sort of stacked up. I don't know how I managed that, but anyway. Don't know what happened here. Maybe someone can give us some advice here. It's sort of cratered a little bit. I'll have a look on YouTube and what have you, see why that's happening. And then a similar one here, got a bit sort of rough and cratery. I think that was when I was tweaking the wire speeds and voltages about, so I wonder if that's what's caused that. And then finished off with that one, which I think on that one I put the voltage back to 4. I think I dropped them to like 3 or something on these other ones, so we'll have a nosy, see what we can find out. So I'm gonna let that cool down a minute, and then next bit we'll do the steering column braces. We'll get that sorted. Okay, so I had a quick look on YouTube and found that those last couple of welds was probably looking like the gas. Maybe got the torch end a little bit too far away or something, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Make sure, I'm going to double check that I have the gas turned on fully. I might not have had it all the way up. I've had a couple of leaks with this little sort of ramshank setup that I've got on. Really need to get like a proper bottle or some proper pipe in. This stuff's alright, but you've got to be careful with it. So anyway, we're going to get a couple more welds done on the steering rack cross members, try and get them strengthened up. Put my teeth in, and then yeah, see how I can get them. There's a little bit thicker steel and what have you, so should be all right. Right, so that's them little bits done. Just looking on the plan that I had up there, yeah, I've missed 2 bits. I can pick them up later. I think the gas is going out. Have a look and see what you think, and leave us some comments down below. Again, not a welder, not a professional, but I'm learning. I'm impressed so far with the Röhr MIG-200MI. Seems to be doing the job nicely. I think my issues mostly are down to gas. So I'll just show you the welds now, see what you think, and then like always, leave us some comments down below if you've watched this and think, oh, you could be doing this better or could be doing that better. Always happy to hear constructive criticism. So let's have a look at the weld. So on this section here, we started at the bottom, pretty poor to be honest with you, lots of spatter. Heat doesn't look too bad, and it's not warped the metal too badly, so that's not too bad. Then we move up to this. I think I'm going to grind half of that off and redo that. It doesn't look too fantastic, but I don't know, I'll grind it back and grind all these back and see what they look like. I may end up just going over some of these to get a bit more better penetration and what have you when I've figured the gas issue out. And the next one, again, they're all very pitted, which I think is the gas. Now that one, I ramped up the wire speed a bit too much, as you can see from the dimples there. I don't know if you can see with this. I'm trying to light this the best I can, but it's tricky. And that one on the top there. Then that sort of wiggly worm there. Down to the bottom here. Where this one, that one just looks like it's sat on top of the two bits. So that'll probably come off and get redone. And then this side's just a bit horrendous. Let me just move this out of the way. So that's not fantastic, but again, I'll grind that one down. That one doesn't look too bad. It's a bit fat, but it's not too bad. And then that's just a mess. I put them on just to try and put a little bit of a welding on that bit, and then that bit on the top there's yeah, well, that seems to be my issue. Like I say, I started off, my first one for the day was like that, and then I finished up trying to look at my phone, and yeah, as you can see, not the greatest, but like I say, that one was alright. That was a bit of a mess. That one wasn't too bad, and then it just seemed to have got worse, which makes me think, like I say, the gas is going out. So I'll have a look at sorting something out with regards to gas. I'll show you in fact what the setup was. So I bought this hose and regulator off Amazon, I think. Sorry, there we go. Comes with just a push fit, which seems to leak regardless of what you do. The regulator itself isn't too bad, it's just an on-off tap, isn't it really? And then what I've done is, let me just grab this so I can see. What I'd had to do is, round the back here, sort of cobble together these Jubilee clips and this bit of wire to sort of crimp it all together so it held onto the little barb at the back. I think I'm definitely going to have to bin all this. It doesn't sound like it's leaking, but I'm obviously using way more gas than you can cram into one of these little 60-litre bottles, so I think it's probably going to be a case of get shut of all this and get myself a proper bottle and regulator. I've got a regulator here. I've got a bottle down there from previous position in my day job, full of nitrogen. Can I use that? I might just give it a go. It's the worst that can happen, end up with a flamethrower. Anyway, so yeah, leave us some comments, click like and subscribe. Leave us some comments, and please, I need some help. Obviously. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one, where hopefully we get some gas sorted and do some more welds a lot better than this. Cheers, Em.